Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on this Copart Audi A3 Quattro 2-litre turbo. It's a bit of a beast and it needs a little bit of love to get it back to looking as good as it should and running as good as it should. So stay tuned, we're going to be fixing the crash damage in today's video. Okay then, so this Audi is going to look much better once we can get this crumpled, horrible wing off it. Looking down here, a couple of the bolts are missing, so it looks like someone might have taken it off to check for some damage in the past. But we're going to take the two bolts out here. I think it's just a case of a clip here. Yeah, it's just popped out. There should be a bolt there, looking at the old wing, holding it to the chassis, and then if we open the door, we should be able to access maybe a bolt or two down here, and unplugging the indicator shouldn't be too much of a problem. So that's pretty much the way we're going to be tackling this job. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take out all the bolts on this wing and try and get it off the car. So we'll start with everything we can see. That one was only hand tight. And that one too. Okay, so looking under here, we can see two bolts holding the wing to the chassis. There's a bolt at the bottom. There's no bolt at the front, that's been taken out. And I think that's pretty much it. So we're just going to take those last three bolts out, and hopefully we can get this horrible mangled wing off. Probably be best to take this wheel off. Yeah. Okay, so here we can see the two bolts. I don't know what to do already. I think it's like this bolt isn't going to come out, I don't think. I think I figured out a way of doing it. So we cannot get this bolt out. It's already been attempted. Someone's already attempted to get it out, and the head is damaged. So I can't really access it to get it out. We've already got spare bolts for this wing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut the bracket on this wing, and then I can then just take the wing out and get good access to repair the issue. Obviously this wing's rubbish anyway. It's going in the bin. So we're just going to quickly cut it. Let's get it done. Perfect. Okay, so the wing's been pretty mangled in order to actually get the thing off, but all the bolts are stripped and seized. Someone's had to go with it in the past by the looks of it and given up. They've even bent bits of it anyway to try and get access. So it should just pop off now, minus the indicator. So thinking about it, go. So the indicator's out. So that's something safe. Poke that through there. And hopefully this will come off now. It should actually be ready to come out this time. There was one little hidden bolt. Maybe there's another one. There is. It's 2 hidden bolts. Third time lucky, let's go. It's off. Alright then, so the wing's now off, and it fought us a bit, but not too difficult. Mainly just sort of whoever tried getting it off before, really, stripped a couple of bolts and obviously gave up. Now we basically got to sort out this bracket here. I'm going to get that bolt off, and obviously the replacement wing has got a bracket on it, so that's not a problem. We'll get that bolt out. Now we can actually access it. It all looks pretty good under here. The car drives straight and true. There's no issues there, no uneven tyre wear, nothing like that. So we're confident there's no actual damage to the suspension, and we've given it a visual check. But yeah, the car drives absolutely perfect. But yeah, time to refit the wing now. But it all looks pretty straight, no bends, nothing. Just cosmetic really, which is perfect. It's really what we want. Now to get this bolt out, I've got a couple of options. I can go down the rear and just clamp it with a maul grip and get it turning, or I can cut the head off, or I can do a few different things, but I don't think we're going to reuse that bolt. We have got a box of Audi bolts, so we've got loads of these bolts to replace it with. We just want to get it out really without destroying this bracket or the thread, so not quite sure what I'm going to do. I might grind the head off, I might not. Okay, so we're going to do the only logical thing that you can do when you can't do something, and that's basically put fire to it. So here we are. We're going to heat it up. Hopefully it breaks this, whatever's wrong with it. But yeah, it goes. Now what that does is, it will expand and contract the bolt and the thread at slightly different rates, and it can actually break any corrosion. So we'll wait for it to cool down obviously, and then we'll see if it comes out. It just does not want to come out. There we are. If fire doesn't work, angle grinder. My mentality is the bolt doesn't have a choice whether it comes out or not. It's coming out. I don't care if I got to blink and take the car apart. I don't care if I got to cut the car in half and scrap it when I'm done. The bolt is not going to make a fool out of me. We've got it. We've got it out. Okay, so now it's time to refit the replacement wing. So that's what we're going to do. It looks like the breaker or whoever sold this, there's the bracket from the car and a rounded bolt. So I've tried getting it off with maul grips, I can't, so we're going to have to use an angle grinder again. So we've got it off, wasn't too hard, and that's the bracket that come off it. It's the bracket from the car, but it was snapped off and stuck to the wing. Now, it's time to refit the wing. We've got all the snap brackets off, all the strip bolts out, so we haven't cut any corners. As you know, we always do it properly here. And yeah, let's stick it on. Colour match is pretty good as well. but I suppose we'll have to get it out in the light to really see if it's a good match or not. So I'm just trying to basically route everything, just make sure I haven't missed anything, make sure it's all positioned as it needs to be. And once everything's sort of slotted in and all the bolt holes line up, then obviously we're going to put the bolts in. So I'm going to start with the indicator because that's the easiest thing to do. So we're going to stick that back on. Okay, so the wing looks dusty, but it is a perfect colour match. Just now we're lining up the panel gaps. Now if we look down here, I've got the panel gap perfect. But there's quite a few panel gaps to adjust. I was looking here, I was a little confused. Why is it in on the door? But there is a bolt that was actually missing from this car once we got it, which is on the back of that, which holds a tab. So that's the next thing to do. And if you just put your finger down the door shut, you can actually move the wing. So basically you're going to hold it out a couple of mil, tighten up the little bracket, and then call it a day. That'll be lined up as well. But yeah, generally looking really good. I've always struggled to line up panels. Now just a little thing I sort of stumbled across, but a tip that you might find useful. Tighten up the bolts so that the panel doesn't sort of just slop around, but if you do lean on the panel, it will then slide. What that allows you to do is basically get the panel lined up like here, so I could like pull that out and it will move a mil, push it in, it will move a mil with a bit of force. And then once you've got it all lined up, then you can actually open the bonnet and tighten those bolts down for good. So if you do it too loose, you'll open the bonnet, the panel will move. Too tight, you can't move it. So yeah, stumbled across that, but it's really helped in lining up this panel. Now we're going to give it a clean later on, and yeah, we just got to do a couple of bolts down there, a couple of bolts down here, and the panel's going to be done. So although these wheels are not staying, we're going to torque them up just in case we end up driving it. So it's going to be 90 foot-pounds. Sorted. That's looking much better. We're giving it a wipe down now, and all the dust is off it. It's looking absolutely sweet. Now we're going to pull it out of the garage into the daylight, get a proper look at it. That is looking sweet. You would never know that had been done. You would never know it had been swapped. It's a perfect match. I suppose that's what you get when you go for like a factory wing. That's the actual factory one, and the colour is slightly more off than the one we put on there. So absolutely chuffed with that result. It looks expensive. We might do a full breakdown of costs at the end of the series, but it definitely is looking like it cost a few quid. Now obviously the wheels, they need to be replaced on the front because they were damaged in the accident. Well, one of them was, so both the front ones have been downgraded to 16-inch. But yeah, just a little walk around of the car. Cosmetically it looks sweet. So I'm absolutely chuffed with the result on this Audi Quattro. It's starting to look like a really nice example. All we have to do now is some general servicing, fix a wheel bearing, put a matching set of wheels on it, and it's pretty much done. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any videos on this Audi Quattro. We got a video coming out every single day until it's complete, and the finale or the final video is going to actually be a road review or an hour with. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, it's looking much better already, and this is just the first video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to click like, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.